Good evening, everyone. I'm very excited and very happy to have this opportunity to speak to you tonight and to thank you from the bottom of my heart for everything that you have done to help our family continue to carry on the mission that Mom set out to do shortly before she passed away in 2001. She created this event because she was so concerned about the lack of awareness and the lack of education of this terrible disease, ovarian cancer. And today, we find ourselves 15 years later, still continuing to run this event, to fill this event, and have this event continue to raise money and be so successful. And we couldn't do it without all of the time and the donations that you all graciously provide to us. This video tonight is designed for us to stop talking to you, but to show you exactly what it is that you've done to help survivors, to help family members, to raise awareness and carry forth our mission. So thank you again. I hope that you had a great time today. Thank you for letting us make this 15-year journey a reality. And I hope that you'll continue to help us to continue to make this an additional 15 years so we can continue to carry on the mission. God bless you.
As we get to this week, I always start reminiscing about how we got started down this path. And the truth of the matter is that Ann started the golf tournament.
My mom was a very private person when it came to her treatment and her journey with having the disease. But when it came to education and awareness, she wanted it to be very public, and she really wanted to make a difference so that other women didn't go through the same thing that she did.
The Smith family is grateful for everyone who has helped the Laurel Auto Group Charity Golf Classic remain strong for 15 consecutive years. Many of those who have participated every year from its beginning were inspired by Ann Smith.
Ann Harris Smith is one of my favorite people of all time. She loved life and she loved her family. You couldn't help but to smile every time you were around her.
Ann was bigger than life. I mean, she was an incredible woman. Very brave, and I think that her message of wanting to make sure that other women did not suffer the same event was admirable.
This is not about a golf outing, it's about the commitment of family and friends to carry on the spirit and the will to overcome that Ann so believed in.
Although this tournament has been around, Ann started 15 years ago. A year or two later, Molly was giving out these wristbands, and I've had this one on ever since. And it's amazing how many people ask, what is that band for? Because the color is a little bit different. And I tell them, and I show them how it says, it whispers, so listen.
To the people that have supported us, through sponsorships, through playing in the event, all of our corporate, team partners, I thank them from the bottom of my heart. And without them, this tournament would not exist and certainly wouldn't be flourishing in its 15th year.
And the foundation wouldn't exist if we didn't have the tournament and all the support of the volunteers, the pros, and of course the people who sponsor and come out to play. So I just want to thank everybody from the bottom of our hearts.
Each year, the Smith family and many who share in their efforts to raise awareness work to find new ways to effectively use your generous donations from the golf outing. With help from Bishop McCourt's students, their family and friends, local volunteers, and media outlets, a lasting impression was left on the community last fall. Participation in the Turn the Town Teal initiative was combined with Ovarian Cancer Awareness Month to deliver the message of ovarian cancer to the public throughout the entire month of September. And it began with displaying teal ribbons all over the Johnstown area.
Not quite 100 total people in the community going around to all the different areas had their spools of a ribbon, and you weren't done until you had gotten rid of all of it.
For the school, it was a positive way to teach students the value of serving the community.
Turning the Town Teal was awesome to see, driving by or walking downtown or around our community, just to see, how our community can come together and make the town better for, a good cause.
It was something that I'll look back on as a fond memory of, but also to remember the impact that it had, especially with the soccer team.
For Connor Hagans, Nick Spinelli, and the other members of the McCourt soccer team, helping to fight ovarian cancer was also personal, since the mother of one of their coaches died from ovarian cancer, and teammate Brian Gephardt's mom is a survivor.
Last year at this time I was still going through chemotherapy, so it was very difficult just to, walk a little bit, and now I'm very fortunate that, I made it through that part, and, I'm still here, so that's the important thing. Power of prayer and positive thinking.
It wasn't long after she finished chemotherapy that, out of her appreciation for support she received from the school, Becky volunteered to help place teal ribbons around the community.
For me personally, it was very, very emotional. I knew what it meant. I didn't feel like a survivor yet. It had only been a few months since I had finished chemotherapy, but at the same time I did feel like a survivor, and I wanted other women to survive as well.
It was definitely something special for, not only the families and, some of the people that have ovarian cancer in the Crusher community, but it was just something that, it all came together and we all helped the support for a greater cause.
They were up well past September, and every time I would see one, it would just make me feel like, well, maybe somebody is learning something about ovarian cancer.
Fox 8, ABC 23, and WJAC produced and aired public service announcements in September, alerting viewers to the symptoms of ovarian cancer. The Tribune Democrat also ran a series of articles that month. WJAC's Marty Radovanek, now a cancer survivor himself, felt compelled to share with others a message of hope.
I think that people need to hear that life, while it changes dramatically the moment you hear you have cancer, so many people survive, and it's so possible to turn that negative into the biggest positive.
He enthusiastically agreed to take part in this year's Survivors Conference.
An event like the Cancer Survivors Conference is a perfect opportunity for people like me to say to people who maybe have just been diagnosed, it's okay. There's a lot of us.
The survivors really need to know that when they're diagnosed with cancer, that there's life after cancer. And this is one of the things that we were able to do through the Survivors Conference. So again, thank you so much for your contributions.
As you can see, your contributions give people hope. You help people fight cancer, and you help many of them beat it.
It's really been one of the most joyful things that I've been a part of, and it just makes me feel so good about our community every single day. But really, this particular day, I just get chills when I think about the support that we've received from this entire family of Johnstown.
We're very grateful for all that the Smiths do with this program. I know that they do it as a labor of love because of the great memory of Ann, but I don't think they realize on a bigger scale what it does for others.
My wife Lisa is a cancer survivor for 5 years. Ann Smith lost her battle with cancer. But because of organizations like this that raise money for cancer awareness, I can't help but think that Lisa may not be here if it wasn't for organizations like this.
So many of us started this journey 15 years ago, making an investment for our family, friends, and community. With our commitment and Ann's guiding spirit, awareness will win the battle of ovarian cancer.
Well, I know she would be immensely proud of what we've done, and that what we continue to do and how it's continued to grow, and that we're really making a difference. She would be so proud.